Are we truly welcome back to Derry in It, Welcome to Derry, episode 2? Let's rant about it. All right, so episode 2 of It, Welcome to Derry has dropped today on Halloween, and I have thoughts about it. So this episode picks up directly right after the first episode, so it ended with that big bang of a sequence in episode 1, and we immediately get the aftermath of what's happening to the children that were involved in the sequence in episode 1. From there, it goes into many different storylines. So we get multiple storylines with the kids. We introduce a new kid, Mike Hanlon's son, and then we also introduce many different storylines within the Air Force base or the military base that diverge into many different areas of the story. So without getting into spoilers on kind of exactly what's going on, just wanted to give my general thoughts. So I thought this episode was very messy. As I kind of alluded to, there are just way too many storylines. They're trying to bounce around to a bunch of different plot points that they want to set up for the series moving forward, but it's just a lot. So we get a storyline of the aftermath of episode 1 with the kids. We get a storyline with Mike Hanlon and the aftermath of what happened to him in episode 1, on top of what is going on this military base, on top of another storyline with a bunch of crew members within the base, on top of another storyline of the Mike Hanlon's family being introduced into the town. And all of this has this a theme of the overt racism that's going on in Derry, whether that is because of the times or is that Pennywise's influence over the town. So we kind of get a sense of that. So you get a lot of themes of racism, delving into many different aspects of what's going on in the town. So be prepared for that if that's kind of a trigger point for you, that it comes up quite a bit in the episode. So for me, it's just, they're trying to do too much too soon. They're introducing so many different storylines that it was really hard to latch on to really a storyline or two that I really cared about and that I really wanted to follow through, on top of another storyline of the main girl's friend who's trying to get in with the patty cakes, and kind of her divide on should she be true to her friend or try to be involved in this new group of friends who are the popular kids in town. So just so many different storylines, so much you have to try to follow and care about, that it just made it very difficult for me to care about one different thing. So unfortunately, I don't think this was the best second effort of an episode. On top of, there's 2 primary big scare moments, and it does still rely heavily on that CGI aspect to scare. I'd say one of the scare sequences is pretty well done. It does have a mix of practical and digital effects, but for the big moments in there, it does heavily rely on the digital effects to really punctuate the scare, which to me kind of takes me out of it. I'd rather see more practical stuff if at all possible, but that's been the mainstay of this iteration of the It series. So unfortunately, you kind of have to deal with that and be okay with the enhanced digital scares that this series wants to present to you. So overall, I'm going to give this episode a 2 out of 5 stars. It was, again, very hard to really latch on to any individual storyline and really care about it. I really liked the kids that were in the first episode, and unfortunately, I don't want to spoil it, but you don't necessarily get that in this episode. And a lot of the storyline really delves into the adults. So hopefully you enjoy the episode. Hopefully you enjoy the series. I hope it picks up after this one. I'm gonna stick with it. I think I definitely like the story enough overall to really try to push through the series, but this one was definitely a letdown. All right, well, let me know what you think in the comments below. Please try to engage in there. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you thought of the episode. And I will see you in the next one. And if I don't see you again, bye forever.